Hello and welcome along and welcome back to a very wet Little Norton. We're heading up to the shop right now because we need to pick up a couple of bits of supplies. It is the third day of autumn. It's really rainy, but that's not the end of the world. We've got all of our crops in and harvested. We've got all of our grain crops in. We still have the corn and the sugar beet to go, but I'm not too worried about those. Because neither of those will be affected by the rain. Neither of them are ready to harvest though. We can harvest the corn green with Maize Plus, but what I want to do is I want to get next year's crops moving at this point. So, what we're going to be doing today is I want to pick up two things here from the shop. The first is a hand lifter. We need this because this is the first map I've ever come across that actually requires a skid steer to get everything to work properly, or to get at everything and to use all the buildings and everything. So we're gonna get this. We need to get some money first though, so let's do that. We need to borrow 10,000. Then we can buy this. Now this is only, I think if we change the colour it's a little bit more. Yeah, so £580 to get this. So we want to buy that. The other thing we need in order to do what we want to do today is we need a pallet of solid fertiliser. So we'll buy that as well. There we go. All good. So there we are. That is great. I have tractor selected, so let's switch over. We'll get these loaded up and get them back to the farm. And yeah, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be getting the wheat planted in the canola field, is what I'm aiming for. If we can get that done, then that puts us nicely ahead. Let's lower the front forks. I love that you lower the front forks, or you lower the front loader and raise the front loader. Just is absolutely brilliant. There we go. And we can just put that on there like so. I'm hoping I can get under this as well. It is raised at the moment, so that's a good thing. We don't have anything to strap it down, so I'm a little bit nervous as to whether it's going to stay put. But we'll find out soon enough. I need to lower this again. And then hopefully we can get under and get it onto... Oh, are we going to have to... Nope, we can get it under. Oh. Wow, this is really back heavy. And I'm not sure we can get this in such a place that we can get under it with it being this back heavy. Get there. All that. Yeah. Ooh. That's just about got it. Yeah, it's not overly happy. Can you lift? No. Oh, we can't lift this with this. So I'm gonna have to try and get it probably on a flatbed or something. Of course, this is going to be trouble. Yeah, okay. I will try and sort this. Maybe we can lift this ourselves. Will this? No. All right. I will find another way to get this home, and then we'll get everything back to the yard. There we go. Eventually managed to wrangle it on here. Got nothing that I can hold it down with, but we are at least on here. Got those strapped down as well. So, yeah, let's get this all hooked back up and we can head back down to the farm. Yeah, that was not fun. I think it's going to be not fun to get it unloaded at the other end. But short of hiring a flatbed with a ramp, I did eventually manage to get it on there. So, yeah, let's get this lot back down to the farm, and then I can show you why we need this bit of kit. Back to the farm, and everything's still safely attached to the back, I think. Yeah, it is all still there. Perfect. So, I'm going to just try and drive it straight off the back, I think. No way that I get this off will be pretty. So, give it a try this way. So we'll just bring it straight back. As I said, no way I try and bring this off is going to be pretty. Let's let go. Oh man, that's embedded itself. Let's drop this off back here. I don't know why it always switches back to selecting the tractor whenever I jump in it. It's a little bit odd. But yeah, end of the day, we should be fine. We want to swing this round, knock this back up if we can. Yeah, we want to try and get... Ah, there we go. That's got it off. It's in great condition now. But the reason why we want this bit of kit and want to have this does not move very fast, especially over ground that is not very flat, is because we can't actually get at anything in this shed. It also helps if I turn the IVT transmission off on it, so the advanced vehicle control add-on was not helping there. But yeah, basically we can go straight under a pallet, lift said pallet up and pull it towards the front of here. Means we can move pallets about and generally make them accessible. And this is what I was talking about earlier, about this being the only map that I've ever come across where you need a skid steer or something like this. Whoa. Let's put that back. Because you can't get at the stuff that's at the back. It's just absolutely impossible to get a tractor under this shed. So even our small tractor that we have on here can't get. Its cab is too big to get under this shed. So yeah, that is why I need this, so that we can pull these forward. And having done that, what I can do is move this tractor out of the way. We want to get these this solid fertilizer off here and get this trailer back. We can actually then move these into the shed using our pallet trolley there. So I'll just move this over this way, hopefully without hitting our bale spike. Yeah, there we go. Like so, and we'll be able to sort that in a minute. And we want to go and put this trailer away and go and hook ourselves up to one of our bigger tractors so that we can get seeding some wheat. So I've got our Fent 930 here. This is our big Fent. And what we're going to do is we're going to drop the front weight off it. I'll bring it a little bit further forward. And get it right up to this. It really drops away quite quickly, the front of this tractor. But yeah, we're going to hook this up to the seeder here. So we've got our front tank here. Yeah, this goes further forward than I think it does. Hook those up and we can hook. Yeah, not got any pipes to hook up yet. We've got nothing in this. I think this doesn't take, this particular seeder doesn't take anything on the back. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think everything goes in the front of this. And therefore we've not got the ability to put the other stuff in here. There we go. Connect all that up. Connect that up. Yeah. And lift. And fold. There's no actual tanks or anything, so the only stuff we can put in this is the seed. So we'll bring this round and get that hooked up. When we're using the other attachment, the other bit of kit, what we're able to do with this is put in the fertilizer as well. Both of our fields, though, have already been fertilised with some slurry. Right, and let's change that. We're putting in wheat. I don't know of the extra ones in here. I don't know if any of them give straw, which is why I'm going with the wheat and not of any of the extras. I really, at some point, I keep going past school spelt, pasture grass, horse grass, field grass, alfalfa, clover, onion, carrot, wheat. There we go. Right, so we've got, yeah, almost full thing of for that. I don't think at the back here we can put in any solid fertilizer. No, it is just the wheat in the front tank, so that's fine. So we're going to take this and go and get ourselves nicely done. We need to lift the front of this up. There we go. And all good. Our cows need a little bit of work today. They could do with some extra feed, so I might try and do that later. You can see that our sugar beet and our corn is getting very near to being ready now. And looking particularly good. That is going to be a very nice field of corn. We're going to be doing, we're going to whole crop that. The field we're going to be doing today is the far field here. This is our wheat field from this year. This is going to be our wheat field next year. Doing it from this edge. This edge is fairly straight. So switch over, unfold this, and then line ourselves up as straight as possible. Yeah, perfect. Turn on the cruise control. Sorry, on the GPS. Set our first point, turn on our seeder, drop it down, and away we go. We want to actually lower the front as well, then things mark about right. Set our second waypoint, set the width, set ourselves off, and away we go. Now, we're in the position where we can get this field done. About halfway through the field, and it looks like we're going to have plenty of seed to keep us going here. The rain is still falling. It has been a ridiculously wet day here, and I just, yeah, wow, this is wet. But should be okay for us doing this. It's been dry for a while before, so that's all fine. Torrential rain though is not good. Be good for our for our crops that are nearly ripe. The sugar beet will be very happy with this on its final push. Corn maybe not so much. It is turning now, and it's looking about ready to go. So there is that. But in general, it's all pretty good. This is the last year we'll be doing the sugar beet on here, because we're looking at doing carrots for the next year. The carrots will actually go into the field where the corn is at the moment. So it's going to be a pretty big field of carrots. After the sugar beet, we're going to have canola. So hopefully we can get... Well, my hope is that mid-autumn we're going to be able to get the corn done and silage and the sugar beet harvested. If that's the case, we'll then be able to get the canola planted late autumn, which should be good with any luck. And then that just means that we're in a good position going into next year to again get the carrots and the corn planted early spring. Let's line this back up, and then we can drop it down. Like so. And this is a very nice setup on this tractor. It just works really, really well. plenty of horsepower here. I mean, this is our biggest tractor on the farm. I would hope we have plenty of horsepower doing this. And yeah, just keeps it going, and should mean we can get all of this wheat in well in advance of when we need to, which is even better. Maybe if I'm lucky, I might be able to get the canola in on day 6. If I can get it in on day 6, there'll be plenty of time for it to germinate before winter hits, which would be some very good news. I want both our wheat and our canola germinated before winter, because then there's more chance of them making it through to the next year. Whereas if they haven't germinated, if the seeds just sit in the ground, we're very likely to lose some of, not all of the crop. So yeah, I really do with it's getting some germination here. This field, I'm pretty sure we're going to see germination. We are a long way before winter hits with this, whereas our canola is going to be much later. And as I said, if we can get it in day 6, we will be absolutely laughing. I want to look into the field grass a little bit more. If we can do field grass for next year as well, that would be good. I'd like to get that planted though this autumn too. So yeah, it's really a case of seeing how well we can do with all of these, and then if we can buy another field next year, that would also be cool. But we're £50,000 in debt at the moment, I think. We need to get that under control first. Down. Away we go. But yeah, first I need to get this field empty, field filled, drilled, and then we can look at getting the animals done today, which is the other job that is still outstanding. It gets a little fiddly at this point in the field. We're in this very little bit at the corner here, and it's a lot of lifting everything up and down, resetting our GPS, getting ourselves back into position. We've got to head back to the main entrance of the field, because I think we've got 2 headlands to do here. So at the moment I'm just sort of doing this fiddly little bit. I think we've got one more road to do here, and then we're going to go round and do the headlands. We still have 17% of seed left, so that's still a good amount. I'm not worried about running out of seed before we reach the end of this field. We did have that when we did one of the other fields. I think it might have been the corn. We got the amount of seed we needed just slightly wrong, and as a result we ended up being like 2 rows short of having a full field's worth. Here I think we're alright though. Yeah, we're down to 16%. Okay, so let's lift this up, and then what we can do is turn off the GPS. We'll take this back to the everything in the field where we came in. We'll get one headland done first round, and then we'll come all the way back and get the second done. Quite a bit of which we've had here, but I wanted to leave enough space to make sure I could turn around and everything would be fine. You might see a slight sheen to the field there. That's because if you remember, we did this with slurry initially, so that is why we've got that here. Both of those down. There you go. And just go round the headland and make sure that we've got 2. Well, it won't be 2 full widths on the headland, but it means we should have a good amount of overlap going around that. And yeah, it means that we're fully planted on this field on the wheat. Very happy about that. Nice and early seeding for this. means that we should get a nice early harvest for this next year, and avoid this rain. This is the biggest issue. Plus, I absolutely love the Seasons Geo built into this map for this. Much more realistic Seasons Geo than the standard one for English maps. In the when it has its harvests and how things are staggered and things. I was actually talking about this on last night's Best of the Meat stream, how I'd like things, and yeah, this map has built into it what I think is an absolutely really realistic geo for British maps. So I might see if I can get GB to release that on its own, because it is just, I do love it. I think it just works absolutely perfectly. As you'd expect, if this is if early autumn is July. No, early autumn is July. Early autumn is August. No, it's September. So September, October, November. This is the latest, really, in the UK. From my knowledge of farming, you would be harvesting wheat and barley and canola and things. If you're going into September, you're leaving it pretty late. And yeah, that certainly seems to be how this handles it. And then you've got later harvests for things like potatoes and sugar beet and things like that. And yeah, just a really good year. What I'll do is I'll actually bring it up once we've finished this headland going this way. So all of that. It'll be a very nice big field of wheat next year. Our wheat is going to corn, so that's going to be our cornfield. So it's going to be a smaller field of maize next year for that. Right, so let's put that onto that. I'll show you what I mean by this. So this is it, and you can see barley. My only issue with this is I would probably have the wheat and the barley the other way around. I tend to do winter wheat, and therefore it tends to be ready earlier than barley is. And I do spring barley, so I tend to have a later cut of that. So that I think is the only two bits I would change. Maybe have the barley and the wheat run concurrently, but otherwise, I think this is an absolutely brilliant geo that comes in on this map. Very, very realistic for where this map is set. Being a general English sort of map. Once we've got these done, it's actually 20 past 7 in the evening. We are going to have to do some work with our cows next time. They are currently okay. I will fill their water trough as I pass, but otherwise they're all right. Sheep are all right today as well. So they just need clearing up. We'll turn the lights on because it is getting fairly late in the game. But to get this wheat in is just absolutely brilliant. Very, very pleased that this is in as early as it is. And the rain has sort of afforded us that. That and our crops not quite being ready to harvest yet has meant that we're in a good position for that. Bring this round carefully, take ourselves to the end of the field, and the rain has not let up here today. It has just been a wet day, really. There we go, coming to the end of the field. And basically finishing off where we are today. So, with that, I am going to leave this here. Let's turn off our tractor. And all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer. Please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.